So this is a response for Chad, Therandom1369. So I guess he was asking us our thoughts on Record Store Day and show us a few things that we picked up and our experiences with it. So Record Store Day, I'm going to be honest that I have never gone to the record store on Record Store Day. For me it's a little bit difficult with the family, although I probably could really do it if I wanted to. I've been fortunate though that one of the record stores that I do hit, they get a lot of stock after Record Store Day, so like I can go in the Monday or Tuesday after Record Store Day and they're still getting the stuff trickling in that they were supposed to get on Record Store Day. So I've been fortunate that I've been able to pick up things like 4 or 5 days later, and I didn't have to deal with standing with the crowd just wall to wall trying to get what I wanted. I'm not a big fan of crowds at all, although I can tolerate it if it's something I really want, but more often than not, you know, I am halfway happy just to wait for things. But I do participate in picking up a few things. Gotta say, there's some things I'm really disappointed in, like Sony, for example, really disappoints me because, you know, they put out numbered releases, so like they've been releasing Aerosmith's catalog, Miles Davis's catalog. There's several other artists that, you know, they'll grab their stuff and do a limited number, and then like 6 months later it's like officially released as vinyl. So for me that's kind of silly. I mean, just to get a gold foil stamp, but I do have some. So I'm not going to show those because those aren't really spectacular. I think they're pretty common stuff, like common Aerosmith albums, common Miles Davis stuff, so I'm not going to be showing that. But one thing that, you know, a lot of people have been showing is this guy, Flaming Lips. They have something always for Black Friday and Record Store Day. This album I really wanted to get because I was hearing about the hype about it, and you know, I'm a fan of the Flaming Lips, and I actually did like this album. I thought it was really good, and I'm happy that I got it on vinyl. And this is really unique because, you know, all the color variations that they have. So a number of people have showed this, so you know, it's nothing so unique because a lot of people in the VC do have it, but the color variations of people's pressings are very interesting to see. So and you know, I did like this album. I thought it was very interesting. The Heady Friends, all the people that they selected to work with on this particular album. Some of their Heady Friend albums have been hit or miss with me, but this one I did enjoy. Now I'm going to show you a guilty pleasure, and part of it's because of my daughter too. So if it wasn't for my daughter, I would not have picked this guy up, but yeah, I think everyone knows her. Yeah. Do I even have to say her name? And it's a picture disc. I cleaned it up, and you know, it still sounds awful because it's a picture disc, but my daughter just loves that song, Roar. And so I had fun with it, and you know, I kind of enjoy her music from time to time. Don't tell anyone, but yeah. Next one is probably one that won't be too familiar with a lot of people, and this one I did get from my local record store. I asked them, hey, get it for me I think they had to get it from Europe though, and this is a French musician, DJ named Sebastian Tella, and he does some pretty risque stuff. If you ever want to check out Vimeo, check out some of his videos. It would not pass the YouTube code. Yeah, it would be rejected, but somehow he gets his stuff up on Vimeo. I think this one was just on standard black vinyl, but some of his stuff has been in English, and then some of it has been in French. This, as far as I'm aware, was the first vinyl pressing that they did of this album, and I like it. I like his stuff. So again, it's kind of poppy, electronic. I wouldn't say techno. I always hate the term electronic because there's all kinds of subgenres that you can really get into, and I'm not. My memory's bad when it comes to the genres, but yeah, I enjoyed this. I am not a big 45 fan either, but sometimes I make exceptions, sort of like Bobby Z, who just had a video just full of 45s, and so here's one that I did manage to pick up, and this is Mazzy Star. I picked this up because they hadn't released an album in like 13 years, and then they just came out with this single for Record Store Day, and comes in this nice Coke bottle type color. But that was one of the ones that I'd make an exception on. And then this one came out, I think, on Black Friday, and this was Miles Davis, Blue Xmas, and then it has The Devil May Care on the back on blue vinyl. Miles Davis I'll make an exception for. Now this Record Store Day, there are several releases that I'd really love to pick up, and one I definitely have to get. Well, I may not get it, but this is the one that I'd really want to get, and it's Goldfrapp's Gold Mountain. But there are a couple others. I don't have a picture of this one, but it's Miles Davis. He's having a Prestige 10-inch box set that I'd love to get. And there was also a White Stripes release that I'd love to get as well, because this is the this album has not been released on vinyl before, or it has, but in a very, very small run, like 100, 200 copies, something like that. So I'm happy to hear that this is coming out, so this is one that I'm definitely going to go for. But there's some European stuff that isn't going to make it over here, like Lamb has an album that's being released by Music on Vinyl, and they have a cool song called Trans Fatty Acid, which I'd love to pick up, but chances of us ever getting a copy here are pretty remote, but I'd love to get one of these guys. So there you have it. Happy to do a response to this. You don't have to put me in the contest, but I was entertained by seeing everybody else's video response, and so I figured, what the hell, I might as well jump in. So have a great weekend, and thanks for the idea, thanks for the